Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 5. I just watched the Episode 4. If you want to see my reaction video about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. I'm gonna put the link also for the playlist that I made for it. Remember that I made a playlist on YouTube, on Patreon, in which you can find all of my reaction videos to all of the episodes of this anime into the chronological order. If you want to binge watch my binge watching, you can do it. Remember also that for the version of this video on YouTube, I'm forced to do things in a certain way. It's not something that I appreciate to do, but I'm forced to do it like that. I hope that you understand. I explained you why in previous intros and reviews. It's not something that, yes, I appreciate to do, but it's like that. Please stay with me during the intro, or at least during the review of the episode, to hear my thoughts, to also share your opinion about stuff into the comments about what I'm gonna say about the episode, to reward me for my work. Like, if you're just jumping on the reaction part and you're leaving this video, you're not helping me, you know. So if you want to help me, if you appreciate my content, stay with me some minutes for this video, please. At least that, I swear I'm saying stuff which can be interesting. At least I hope so. Now that it's being said, what the fuck are we gonna have during this episode? I'm afraid to go back directly with Yuji and his friends. For sure, I appreciate them a lot and I would be glad to be back with them. But I love Satoru and I was so surprised that this season 2 began with him and his friends, you know, all of that generation, that I was like, oh yes, I want to have you at least for the first half of the season. It can be so great, I want to have that. And when I saw that we had the 4 first episodes named the same, I was like, it can be bad in fact. And the fact that the episode 4 closed that story about that girl, the fact that she got killed, the fact that they managed to save her body and all, I'm like, in fact, they can close things with that. We didn't have all of our answers, for sure, because I wanted to spend time with them to know more about how Geto evolved into that direction, how the relationship with Satoru, his relationship with Satoru evolved. So clearly for me it's not enough, and also for all of the things that they introduced during these 4 first episodes, in fact I would want really more time with them. But this anime doesn't like to give any explanation. Each time this anime gives the beginning of an explanation with the beginning of a memory, but that's all. And the last episode was a perfect example of that, with Fujiguro's dad, who was an asshole, who was so arrogant, who talked badly about Megumi, who was really so annoying and all, so bad and all. And at the end we have just that picture with him hugging Megumi. He was younger, Megumi was just a baby, and we could see that he was a loving dad during that scene, you know, during that photo. It's not fitting at all with how he was talking and considering Megumi at the end, you know, just before dying, getting killed by Satoru. So what happened? What the fuck happened? Also to him. For Satoru to be the one to kill Fujiguro's dad, again I'm wondering if Megumi knows that. What does he think about it? What would he think about it? For sure, the fact that Fujiguro's dad mentioned Megumi just before dying, maybe it pushed Satoru to take care of him. For what we know of Megumi, of his background, the things that we saw, Satoru visiting him and all, maybe it can explain that situation. Really beginning of an explanation, but not the explanation fully, and not everything at the same time to be clear. No. So yes, I don't know if during this episode we're gonna stay with Satoru or not. I would want that for at least one episode. I would prefer 12 episodes, like for all of the first half of the season to be about them. But please give me at least one more episode. We saw that Geto went mad, crazy, thinking that Satoru was killed and all. He heard all of what Fujiguro's dad said about that cursed spirit that he had, its ability, the fact that Geto himself couldn't touch it, Todo attack it, and that at the end, after Fujiguro's dad's death, that cursed spirit was just in front of him. I'm suspecting Geto that he took that cursed spirit with him. Geto also, at the end, it was Satoru's idea to do something to these guys. Geto at first refused. Satoru insisted, and apparently Geto truly did it, but for what we know, Geto got banned because he killed a lot of people at the same time, and all. It would mean that it was that moment and it was Satoru who pushed him to do it? I'm asking myself also a lot of questions about their friendship, about the fact that Satoru still considers Geto as a friend even if they're not fighting for the same side, about the fact that during this memory they were always on the same page for their values, for really their ideas, their principles and all, even ready at the end to do something against these guys. So I'm wondering really about right now into the present time, are they really against each other, or is there something that I don't understand, I can't see yet about their relationship, and about maybe in fact something that they do together? I don't know, and I don't think that I'm gonna have that answer right now, but at least with the first seconds of this episode, I'm gonna know if I'm gonna stay with Satoru or not. Please. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon on which you can have these videos earlier, you have 4 episodes of Advance, the full opacity and the 4 action part. It's on my Patreon, you have the link into the description, it's with the level 3. Let's go guys for this episode! And for you on YouTube, check the description and I will see you in a few seconds for the review. Okay, so we're gonna be back with our guys, with Yuji, Megumi and Nobara into the next episode with the present time. Like I said, I'm glad to be back with them because I appreciate them. I would have wanted to stay more time with Satoru and his friends, but the fact that we had one more episode with them and it gave answers, it gave what I wanted to know, to learn, that's okay. I'm okay to leave them. I'm okay to leave that period of time because I had what I wanted by discovering it. Meaning to see how and why Geto evolved and took that path, and how and why the relationship with Satoru evolved like that. Satoru getting stronger, being so sure of himself, while Geto, on the contrary, was not sure of himself anymore about continuing to fight with the sorcerers, about what he was doing, about human beings that he just found weak and lame. He didn't kill everyone, you know. At the end of the previous episode, when I thought that maybe it was the case, and it was disturbing me, because it would have meant that really Satoru would have had a big responsibility into that, having that idea, pushing Geto to do it, but no, it didn't happen right there. But it changed a lot Geto. This girl who got killed in front of him, the fact that he couldn't save her, the fact that it's someone without any curse energy who did that, the fact that everyone into this organization was cheering for the death of that girl, everything changed for him after that. The fact that he met, I don't know his name because I'm really bad with names, but Todo's mentor, future mentor, I don't know if she was his mentor during the past, you know, before or after meeting Geto. But I immediately recognized her physically, and also because of that question, the fact that the first question that you ask to someone when you're meeting that person is, what do you prefer for your girls? Like, what kind of girls do you prefer? But she was searching for him, for Geto. At least she knew who he was and all. And right there, after that conversation, I have trouble to think why she wanted to talk with him and to talk about all of that. What profit, you know, what did she gain from that conversation? That conversation, in fact, only helped him, only served him, and in fact was bad because she didn't say anything really bad. She didn't push him to become someone bad, but she gave credit to his bad thoughts, saying that, oh yes, it can be a possibility to just sacrifice all of the non-sorcerers. Oh yes, it would work with that. But we're not going to do that because we are not crazy. Right? Do you hate non-sorcerers? Ah, you hate them. Ah, okay. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person, not at all. It just means that you're thinking about it, but you don't have to decide right now, you know, if you're going to kill everyone or not, if you're going to commit a genocide or not. You don't have to decide right now. Girl, you didn't say anything wrong in the sense that you didn't push him to do it, and you didn't say that it's totally okay to think like that, but you gave credit to his ideas, and you didn't say that it would be so wrong and that no, he shouldn't do that, think like that and all. That was bad. That moment that we already saw during the movie when he saved these girls, I knew that it was determining for him, but I didn't know that it was that much. I felt that, like he couldn't save the girl into the previous episode, the fact that he could save these girls into that memory from the movie, after that, it would mean a lot for him, like he would repair his faults by doing that. And I felt that releasing her, it was against what the Jujutsu sorcerers told him. And in fact, it was not that. Releasing these girls, it was okay. But it's what he did after that, or before that, which was not okay. Meaning, killing the ones who took them in jail, and this entire village, in fact. They were really wrong, all of them. They accused these two girls, who didn't ask for anything and all, of committing crimes that in fact surely cursed spirits were committing. And they couldn't admit that they made a mistake right there. Clearly, they were totally wrong and bad people, but killing them? No. I was against that. But for Geto, it was really the beginning of the end, in the sense that, that's it. They took these girls, they put them in jail for a crime that they didn't commit. They were accused of that because they have a potential that you don't have, that you can't understand. You're accusing them of the worst when in fact they didn't do anything, and you are doing the worst, and in fact you are mistreating them because they are different, so I'm gonna mistreat you because you are different as well. Like, it was him beginning to be like, hey, that's it, I'm giving up on non-sorcerers and I'm putting in fact everything on sorcerers, people who can use the cursed energy because they deserve it and they are better and all of that. That meeting, you know, with Satoru into the street, we saw it earlier, but we didn't know what was truly happening right there. And the fact that right there we saw it with a different angle, it was interesting. Like Satoru meeting Megumi, it was a scene that we already saw, but seeing it with that different angle, something really funnier, in fact, lighter than we thought. It's really like, according to who you are into the story, you are seeing that moment in a dramatic way or in a funny way. But Satoru, now as an adult, who is a mentor for Megumi, it means so much. And you know, with these three, maybe we could have had the impression that Satoru was putting more attention on Yuji because of all of the situation with Sukuna's fingers and all. But in fact, I think that he's also putting a big attention on Megumi because of what his dad could do, because of the Zenin clan story for sure, because he doesn't want for this kid to evolve badly like his dad did, because Geto evolved badly and he couldn't help it. I think that Megumi evolution, you know, it's really something which is important for Satoru. So we're gonna be back with our guys. But like I said, now I'm okay with it because at least I saw everything that I wanted to see. I wanted to spend more time with Satoru and his friends into the past, you know, during that period of time. I'm okay to leave them right there. No matter what, I know that I'm gonna have them right now into the present time. And now that I know more about them, for sure I'm gonna feel more connected to that generation and it's gonna be better. Like Nanami also, that kid who died. Geto and Nanami losing that kid. It means a lot also, I think. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. It's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Great. Next one, next.